On the previous edition of the Geekdom 101 Technique Guide here on the channel, we examined Vegeta's Galick Gun, the first true signature move that he used in Dragon Ball Z against Goku. But what was the next one? Well, the next one that was actually named in the series that Vegeta used was the infamous Big Bang Attack. And on this edition of the Technique Guide, we're going to take a look at the Big Bang Attack, how it works, what makes it different from Vegeta's other techniques, when he did it, and give you a complete history and rundown on the Big Bang Attack. Let's go. The Big Bang Attack is another one of Vegeta's signature moves. Vegeta takes his right arm and extends it out, opening his palm, and fires a blast at his opponent. Now, while on the surface it may appear like this technique is the same as the Galick Gun as far as what it does and how it works, it's really not. Or maybe it is, depending on your perspective. There's two different ways Vegeta does the Big Bang Attack. There's one where the Big Bang Attack fires like a smaller ki blast from the palm. And this is the one we saw him use against number 18, as well as when Vegito did the Big Bang Attack against Majin Buu. But the original Big Bang Attack is a different kind of ki blast because it fires a ball, a round-shaped ball of energy. But when the ball of energy connects with the opponent, the particles that have been condensed into this ball explode. And thus, in many occasions, this is a finishing move. Vegeta will do this move when he's trying to severely injure you or kill you. The blast radius for the Big Bang Attack is much more large in scope and can do serious damage to not only the opponent, but the surrounding area. So if there's a mountain there or a land, it can cause a huge crater and destroy whatever objects may be around it. An easy example of this is if you watch Dragon Ball Z episode 228, when Majin Vegeta blasts a section of the audience watching the tournament with a technique that is presumably the Big Bang Attack, although Vegeta does not say its name. Now, if we go back, the first time we ever saw the Big Bang Attack would be Dragon Ball Manga Chapter 344, which correlates to Dragon Ball Z Anime Episode 130, when Vegeta, fighting a much weakened artificial human 19, Android 19, fires the Big Bang Attack, and even though the dub butchered this line tremendously, stating something about, here's a going away present or something like that, in the Japanese version, Vegeta refers to the technique as Super Vegeta's Big Bang Attack, which is the first time the move is shown and named. Super Vegeta's Big Bang Attack! Now, as I said before, the Big Bang Attack is a move that is meant to kill. Vegeta compresses the energy into a small ball, and even though it's small, and unlike the gigantic ball that Frieza, for example, can make, this small sphere of energy is packed with power, sort of like a Genki Dama, except Vegeta does not gather the energy from the earth. It's just literally part of his own ki from inside his body. Throughout Dragon Ball, there have been other techniques that are similar to this move, but this is Vegeta's pride and joy. Vegeta would have this move in his arsenal going into Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super. In fact, I want to discuss a mistake that was made in Dragon Ball GT. There is a part in Dragon Ball GT where Baby is preparing a Final Flash, and as he's preparing the Final Flash, he shouts Big Bang Attack. Now, this is a scripting error that Toei Animation made in the Japanese version of GT. This is not in the dub. Like, this is not the dub's fault. This is the Japanese version that screwed this up, and because of that, the Final Flash in some video games was renamed the Big Bang Attack, but they obviously are different techniques, and I'll be discussing the Final Flash in the next technique guide as we continue along with the spotlight on Vegeta here in the technique guide. Now, when it comes to the origin of this technique and the name, it's based on, well, the Big Bang Theory. And no, I don't mean the TV show. I'm talking about the actual Big Bang Theory, that the universe was created when there was a large-scale explosion at some point billions of years ago, and because of the expansion of stars, it is thought by many scientists that there was a sort of an expansion of density and temperature in the universe that led to the universe, even to this day, continuing to expand out, because there have been studies about how stars and quasars in space are moving. And it's sort of similar to what Vegeta's saying, because the Big Bang attack is like particles being condensed, then exploding. And much like the Final Flash, Vegeta says Big Bang in English, even in the Japanese version. As I stated before, Vegeta's techniques all have English names spoken in English by Vegeta. I like the fact that Toriyama chose to change things up for the character, but it's weird because in the world of Dragon Ball, especially in the Japanese Dragon Ball, the English language does not exist. There's only a few languages we know about in Dragon Ball, like Namekian has its own language, but the language spoken in the series is called Galactic Standard. So depending on whatever dub you're watching, Galactic Standard is like the language, right? There's no English because there's no England. There's no Japan, not in the world of Dragon Ball. So, presumably speaking, Galactic Standard is like some kind of hybrid language where Vegeta will say English words too. Now, let's fast forward to Dragon Ball Super Broly. In Dragon Ball Super Broly, Vegeta busts out the Big Bang attack, although he does not name it such. As he is fighting Broly in his Super Saiyan God form, he's kind of whooping up on Broly, firing a Big Bang attack that Goku thought may have killed the warrior. Now, I'm not entirely sure if Vegeta was actually trying to kill Broly, but the technique sent Broly into the water and pretty much signified a win in the Vegeta column. Broly powers up and comes back out of it, and then that's when Goku decides to challenge him to a fight. So, Super Saiyan God Vegeta doing the God Big Bang attack, which is what that was, just shows that it's a Big Bang attack, but with God Ki. I could make it its own video, but there's not really much to say about it. It would be like a 10-second video. But I want to discuss that you can make the Big Bang attack and any of these moves with both regular Ki as well as God Ki. But the question now remains, can Vegeta make a Big Bang attack with Hakai energy, as we've seen him do in the Dragon Ball Super manga now with his new transformation? As of the creation of this video, I do not know if he can do it, but if he can, we're talking about destructive energy that can destroy and disintegrate almost anything and not just blow it up. The sky is the limit with the Big Bang attack. Thanks for watching this edition of the Technique Guide, and I'll catch you in the next one as we discuss the Final Flash.